c5, queen e4, queen takes, bishop takes, knight c3, bishop b7, and you're like, oh shoot, my spot too. And
that is true that if this bishop can get to this diagonal and get to b7, that's how black loses a game like this. So queen went to e7, rook to d4. This pin is really frustrating for black because you want to take a knight, but it's not free. And if knight d5, which attacks the queen and defends black's queen, then e4 drops off. And exactly what you were just saying could happen, where you trade queens. You're like, yes, I get your pawn on c3. And like, wait a second, in comes the bishop down on b7 and a6 falls. So
yeah,
this is...
Oh, with the rook now on d4, black's going to have knight e2.
Oh, that is a good point.
Just because it was on d2 the first
Yeah.
time I thought of that.
Oh, that's that line. And somehow it still works out for white, it would appear.
The rook's attacked on c8 and that's a messy line.
Yeah, because like it's check, it's a fork, but the c8 rook and then a6 is hanging. And if you play rook b8, try to take advantage. I can play rook d7 to save my bishop and save my rook at the same time. So he goes rook e8. He was definitely calculating that, Hike was, and says, let me just keep my pawn. It's going to be safe here. I can drop my bishop back to d5 if it needs another defender. Like if you go knight d2, I can just play bishop b5. And by the way, Nihal's down under.
He's getting a little bit low here.
Yeah.
But after knight d2, I'm not so happy about that bishop's position. Maybe knight d5 is the big question right here, like that they're disagreeing about whether or not this is good.
Now you can just take on c3 because you take on e4 first, then knight takes e4, and you're not getting that pawn back, and you're tactically in trouble as well. So you take on c3 now, and then there's no b7 funny business for white.
There's rook d8 and knight c4. Right? I mean, there's no simple knight c4 winning a pawn because of knight e2 again, but there's rook d8, knight c4, and rook c8.
But the bishop on c2 might be trapped. Oh, okay, that is sorry, not you said not knight c4 because knight e2, right? That would be a fork.
Yeah.
And he goes rook d6. But had he played rook d8, king g7, takes rook
that's
c8.
so cool.
The bishop's trapped.
Yeah.
You never see this happen. That's a bishop that's trapped, not even on the side of the board, not by pawns, but by pieces. And so rook d6 was instead played. And rook, this rook is powerful.
It's powerful. Yeah, he's in there. He's playing really dynamically this game, Hike. I'm impressed with this sequence.
Bishop d5 might win a piece. It's close. Man.
That's impressive. I was looking at pawns and you're looking at pieces.
Whoa, he went king f8. So he didn't play bishop d5. These pieces were loose.
Yeah.
8 seconds though for Nihal.
Yeah.
If he can survive this, that is huge for...
He's trying to chase the rook off of the knight with king e7, right? So he's putting a lot of pressure. But knight c4 will save the knight while defending the rook for a second.
That's so important. And then a6 falls. Then the bishop also escaped for white. It's not getting trapped anymore. That was a missed opportunity. I mean, Hike had that moment. And Nihal doesn't have time. So bishop d5, I think, would have just won him the game. Oh, speaking of bishop d5, and
one move later, what
3
impact
seconds
does it still have?
Wow, knight f1 played. If bishop e4, knight g3, I say.
I think he's willing to just lose a pawn on e4 to take a6. I don't know if he needs another tactic because knight g3, bishop takes f3, right?
And then I was going to give up the, to take your rook, you have 2 pieces, but I get a6, and I wasn't sure how that would go. So he takes the knight, giving up.
Yeah.
But now rook d6.
Yeah. He doesn't do rook d6.
Knight a2.
That's deep.
Rook b2.
Rook b2.
No, I don't think it was deep. I think it was just wrong.
I often call blunders deep.
Yeah. Well, we respect the player so much. Rook e2, rook e6. You can defend your a6 pawn.
Move.
And now knight c6 is coming. You can take the a5 pawn.
Wow, what a level. And now we get that first preview of what the bullet's going to look like.
Oh, that was nice. King g7, he didn't want any checks, but knight g5.
Oh, that's enough.
Oh gosh, if Hike does not win this is such a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
Oh, but he could even lose this. Knight e8.
No, that's too much.
No. Oh my goodness, he was winning that game. Oh gosh, knight forks hurt so much. David, I don't know what to say.
I need a moment to recover for that from Hike's perspective, ouch.
Yeah, that really hurts because you're playing Nihal Sarin, who, look at the rating next to his name, 3118. That's not a misprint. That's not a mistake. He's that good. And Hike was out